Hey everybody, welcome back to another Clash Royale Gaming video, and today I have another story for you all. I did tell stories, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I've told you guys a few chapters from my childhood, but I thought of another one, and you know, it's just fun. I got to talk to you guys about it. So, when I was in, how old was I? I must have been like 9, maybe 8, and I'd gone in to this place called Fun Farm. Now, Fun Farm is kind of like, do you know, like in American McDonald's, you have those playhouses that you go in, and you basically like fuck about in there, but pretty much like that. You know, you could get dinner here, and you know, you'd let your kids go off and play in this big play thing. So we'd go in there. This just amusement park of just fucking contraptions that you just play and have fun. And this was fucking awful. Alright, the kids used to go down the slides and they'd get stuck midway down. So when you went down there, it would just clog up, and you could only, and obviously there'd be people behind you, and the only way you could really get out is if the person at the bottom just went down, and they'd sometimes refuse. So you'd be stuck there in ages just bargaining with them, like, please let me out, and they'd be like, nah, you know, just actual opposition behaviour. So one time I went there, and I was 9, so I was kind of fresh out the age of that kind of stuff. I didn't really want to do it. My cousin had gone in there, and my little brother, so I'd gone in there as well. So my mum sent me in there and was like, do you want to go get them? I was like, yeah, sure. So I went in there, and they were, you know, like tormenting these kids, and these kids were tormenting them back, and you know, it was just a friendly banter. You know, every time you went in there, you'd have an op. Alright, there'd always be that one guy, you know, you're surrounded by all these things, and you chase each other and blah blah blah. Well, there was this one particular day where there was this little shit, and he was just being a cunt, right? Like, obviously I was 9 at the time. I didn't hit him or anything. I was kind of like, what's your issue? And he was like, fuck you, fat ass. I was like, yeah, alright. I wasn't even fat when I was 9, but you know, just, you know, stuff like that. It's funny, like, you know, your mum gay, I guess, was the kind of humour that was like prominent back then. Anyway, we was like, you know what, you're pissing us off. Let's go to the war room, is what we used to call it. It's this just machines that would just shoot balls, and we basically just had we just had like this shooting session of just shooting each other and trying to get each other, and then it just turned out to an all-out brawl. And obviously I didn't get involved because these kids are like much younger than I. These kids are like 5 or 6 and I'm 9, so I'm like, oh god, I'm just letting them fight. And in the end it got a bit ruthless, and they got kicked out. I think they did, yeah, the main opposition got kicked out. And it was weird because I knew his brother as well. Or was this a different time? This might have been a different time, actually. I think I might be yapping, but I've just had some funny experiences in there. There was another time I went there, and I was a bit older this time, and gone in again to find one of my relatives. And I got to this like dark section. There was a dark section in there where you could just like sit down, I guess. And I went in there, and there was this like kid just sat down, and I was like, "Oh, you alright, mate?" And he was like, "No, not really. I hate my life." I was like, "Oh." I sat down next to him. We just had a talk. You know, he genuinely was just upset, and I was like, "Man, it'll be all right." You know, trying to spread that chill guy vibe. And at the end, I think he felt a bit better. Hopefully, you know, he didn't do anything silly. But yeah, those are a couple of my experiences at the Fun Farm, the War Castle, I don't know what else you could really call it, the fucking demolition centre. I'll if I come up with any other stories, I'll definitely let you know, because you know, it's really fun to just reminisce on those times. Yeah, that's pretty much all. See you later.